Ubisoft has definitely been going through it the past few months, mainly with Assassin's Creed. Yeah, the new Assassin's Creed Shadows game, I'm sure you heard about this. It did get pushed back to March 20th. That is the new release date. That is a little less than a month from now. That is 24 days from now. So, why is it that we have apparently been seeing a leak from this game in the past few, I wouldn't even say days, like really just the past day now? Yeah, this has really blown up in popularity, and Ubisoft actually just, like not even an hour ago from me recording this, just responded to all of this. So first off, what happened? What is this leak consisting of? Well, it all just sort of blew up. I mean, it started apparently with a few screenshots, and then a few screenshots turned into a few videos. So this is from the website The Gamer, and apologies for the censor I put on this. I just don't know if Ubisoft would kind of have a problem with me revealing the username of the person that posted these screenshots and videos. I do see now that this person's account is put on private now, so even if you wanted to look at this person's account, you really couldn't. But essentially, it says that the user shared that they had a physical copy earlier this evening, and this article was written 23 hours ago, so this was early in the evening on yesterday, Monday. So these screenshots showed a picture of the box art and the installation screen on the PS5. While this would not be proof enough, they have since started sharing images and videos of the game in action, so it certainly seems that this is the real deal. So how did they get the game? Well, it continues on to say that they claim to have picked the game up on Facebook Marketplace, although it is unclear what the original source is. Others appear to have found it being resold online too, with one listing on Mercari, which is kind of like a marketplace type website, claiming to have access to multiple copies of the game, although they have all sold out. Each copy was sold for $100. Now again, I'm going to be careful with what I show here because I don't know what YouTube's guidelines on this are, or even if Ubisoft would not like this as well. But essentially, yeah, there is a screenshot of this, I don't know if it's Mercari or Facebook listing, but it says that it was sold 19 hours ago, and yeah, it looks like this person is holding at least 3 video game copies, and it looks like they were each selling for $100. Now, as I said, that person's Twitter account or X account is now on private, and based on the various links that I have clicked on different articles talking about this, yeah, I think things are kind of being cleaned up. Like Ubisoft, I think, is kind of deleting a lot of these screenshots of the leaked content, as they should. I'm definitely happy that they are deleting it. So yes, we are very much in the early stages of this leak. We still have 24 days to go until this game is officially released, so unfortunately for Ubisoft, we might see a bit more as we go on. One thing I am very curious about, though, is, you know, I've been critical in the past about Nintendo, how they have so many leaks exactly like this when it's, you know, 2 or 3 weeks before a big launch. You know, the last 2 Zelda games were leaked online. Super Mario Bros. Wonder was leaked online. I think the latest Pokemon game was as well. I mean, it's very common. And the reason I always say that it happens with Nintendo is that their games are purely physical, I guess you could call it, or purely domestic, however you want to put it. Basically, if you have a copy of the game, you can just play it as is. Yeah, Nintendo games usually do not need like a day one update in order for the game to actually function. But usually Xbox and PlayStation games do work that way. They do require a day one update. That's why I am kind of scratching my head right now. As far as people who have these physical copies, you know, are they actually able to play the game itself? Everything I've seen so far just shows screenshots of people having the actual physical copy, like the actual disc or the cover. And the most gameplay I've seen is just people on the main menu, and that is it. So I don't know, maybe people are not able to access the game itself. I don't know. We might learn more about that as we go on within the next few days. But overall, definitely not a good thing when stuff like this happens. I did see one Reddit comment that I think very much summed it up. This person said that these leaks are just going to fuel the worst content creators while we wait for March 20th. Yeah, I agree. Unfortunately, I think people who actually spent the $100 or maybe more on early copies of this game, I can only imagine they're probably trying to do it for the clout or the content they can make out of it. I could be wrong. I am just totally assuming there, but that's what I would assume. Now, before I talk about Ubisoft's comment they just made about this, I just want to point this out. This is completely unrelated to today's leak, but this is something I did not hear about until today, and I just want to point it out. This is from Video Games Chronicle, and they say that, sorry again for the dumb censor, but again, I don't know how YouTube is with these kind of things, but they say details of the game were actually leaked earlier this month when scans of an upcoming Assassin's Creed Shadows art book were uploaded to a certain adult website. What? I am truly blown away from that. I don't know what kinds of details were revealed from this art book, but yeah, I thought this was the very first Assassin's Creed Shadows leak. It turns out that is technically not true, I guess. I have not done my research on that, so I cannot confirm what the actual details of this art book are. But anyway, let's get to Ubisoft's response to this. So about an hour ago on Twitter, they released this post. So they say, "Hello everyone. We are aware players have accessed Assassin's Creed Shadows ahead of its official release. The development team is still working on patches to prepare the experience for launch, and any footage shared online does not represent the final quality of the game." I thought that was pretty interesting. This might mean that it might not just be people snagging early copies. Maybe those claims were false. I don't know. Maybe this is more of a leak from Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed team from an early version of this game, maybe even from like a year ago. Who knows? So they go on to say leaks are unfortunate and can diminish the excitement for players. We kindly ask you not to spoil the experience for others. And then they go on to say there will be more official surprises in the coming weeks, and they go on to confirm that March 20th will be here soon. And right afterwards, they did also post this lighthearted meme marked safe from an Assassin's Creed Shadows delay today. I thought that was funny. So now we are left to wonder about a lot of different things. Ubisoft has obviously confirmed this leak, so it's not fake, but what kind of leak did we actually get? More specifically, what I'm talking about is how early is this version of the leak that we are getting? I mean, with Ubisoft saying, you know, don't give out any spoilers, you know, we want to keep this experience fresh for March 20th, that tells me that I guess I would only assume that the version that people have, you know, it's not locked behind some kind of an update. I'm sure people can actually dive into it to some extent. Maybe it's, I don't know, a demo version, or just a very early pre-alpha build of it. I'm more inclined to believe that because, like I said, if this was just an actual copy of the game that's going to be released in 3 or 4 weeks, it really wouldn't make sense to me. I mean, I don't know how people would get past that update wall. So yeah, definitely something to keep our eyes on as we go forward. We still have 24 days until the official release of this game. You know, I do have to say too, there has been a lot of, I guess I'd call it Ubisoft hate in the past few months. And sure, I mean, you can be critical of Ubisoft, but I do think it's kind of odd when people will like celebrate stuff like this, because if Ubisoft has made mistakes here and there, sure, but it's very odd to just say that this is also, you know, a W against Ubisoft. Like, I don't know, this isn't something that Ubisoft willingly did themselves. I honestly feel bad for them. I can see that they are at least trying to make a pretty good effort here to win their fans back and try to make a good Assassin's Creed. I obviously don't know if it is going to be a good Assassin's Creed. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I hope it will be. But I don't know. I don't think that this is something to celebrate. I mean, at the end of the day, I think Ubisoft, they're going to be fine. But whether you're rooting for them or you hate their guts, you know, let's just, I guess, sit back, let's wait until March 20th, and let's see what kind of game we get.